What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. So today's Friday. That means it's fun and fitness Fridays. And for this Friday, I'm going to talk about what I did to really start the channel. Meaning, what was my premise of starting a YouTube? Why did I start it? How did I start it? What kind of equipment do I use? And what my experience has been so far. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. So to start my channel, one thing is when I moved to Atlanta, I realized very quickly that I was, able to experience a lot of really cool events. And these events could be car related, music related, fashion related, movie related. And while I would take pictures and videos on my phone, I would always think about, wow, this would be really incredible content to share with people. And I'd love to also share the background around, how I was able to access those events. What did those events mean? Even a first-person perspective of myself in those events. I just thought all of that would be really cool. So that was the premise for what I thought about when I was thinking about how to start a YouTube. And I wanted to center things around cars too, because a lot of the events that I go to are actually connected to cars in one way or another. But the people behind the cars are really where the stories are. And I think down the road with this channel, cars and stories and the people behind them, it's definitely something we're going to touch on. But cars are something that I thought would be a great way to connect with people, and I think it really has made an impact on the channel's growth. So the first main video I did was actually when I picked up my 2024 BMW M4 competition, and the delivery day, that was the video that really started the channel, and it proved to do really well. It hit 6 figures in views. And I realized very quickly that YouTube is so strict about music, because that video had a few songs in the background while I was driving, and it got demonetized. So all those views were actually not counted for AdSense. And what people don't realize is you have to become a YouTube partner through certain requirements, and there's watch hours, which is how many hours people have watched consuming your content, watching your videos, and then I believe also subscribers. So I think my requirement was 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and that first video really helped me get there. And after I saw that video take off, I realized that maybe the way that I'm doing things is the right way to do things. I'm just going about it in a simple way. I'm not trying to over edit my content. I'm trying to have long, continuous shots, and I'm trying to be very authentic. I'm not trying to, hype up or be crazy in my videos just to get views, because I think ultimately that causes a lot of mental and psychological pain for YouTubers, and I'm not trying to be that way with this channel. But really, to get started, what I had at the time was a GoPro Hero 9 or 10. My girlfriend actually let me borrow it from her. And it came with a bunch of accessories, and I used the accessory where you can essentially put it on your head, and I wore a hat and I connected it, and during the whole delivery day experience of taking footage, I was just getting that first person point of view footage, that perspective, and I think it let people kind of be in my shoes for that experience, and I think that's one of the reasons why that video did so well. But yeah, my only equipment to begin was a GoPro Hero 9, and that accessory, the head mount. And what I was doing is I was actually using the GoPro app on my iPhone. It was an iPhone 11 at the time, and I was trying to download the footage from the GoPro to my iPhone, but it would take forever. And maybe that was just the GoPro Hero 9. So what I tried to do is find an accessory which would connect a micro SD card to the accessory and then into the iPhone, the data port at the bottom where you can charge the phone. And I found one that worked, but it was iffy. And throughout this whole process, I was like, this is the biggest pain point for me, which is just transferring the data between the GoPro and my phone, which is what I was using to edit at the time. And so, through a sequence of events, good or bad, I decided to upgrade and take it seriously. So I got a GoPro Hero, let me see what this thing is, 11 Black, and I got an iPad with the M processor on Amazon. So this is a 6th generation iPad Pro, and it has the M processor, which is pretty much a desktop class processor. And now videos that are like 10 minutes long, even 15 minutes long, I can transfer them wirelessly between this GoPro Hero 11 Black and this iPad Pro in under, I would say, three minutes, whereas it would take maybe 15-20 minutes before. And that makes things really snappy. So my process, my workflow right now is I just have my iPad Pro and my GoPro. I use the iPad Pro and the GoPro app to preview my shot so I know what it's gonna look like. Then I start recording, I do long shots, and after a day of shooting, I might have 2 micro SD cards full. I'll bring another battery with me for my GoPro. It's just a pro tip, I think, starting out, have another battery, have another SD card. And then I'll download all the footage first from the GoPro to the iPad using the GoPro app on the iPad. Then from the iPad app of GoPro, I think it's called Quick, I save it to my photos on the iPad storage. And then I use iMovie actually on the iPad to edit everything, and I try to be simple and clean. And in the beginning of my videos, what I try to do is have a hook, so something that's really cool that people want to watch, and then it's kind of an intro to the long form content in the video. And I think if you're starting out on YouTube, long content that's at least 10 minutes long is actually really good, and having continuous shots that are more authentic is better than hyper editing. That's my experience. So also, I think once you have a few good videos in terms of quality that are long, then start doing shorts. Unless you only want to be a channel that does shorts, I think you should first have some longer quality videos, then do shorts. And I think that's a good way of organically growing the channel. But yeah, so believe it or not, I just have my GoPro Hero 11 Black and my iPad Pro 6th Gen with the M processor. And that's my whole setup. I'm thinking about getting a 360 camera. I'd like to stay with GoPro, so they have the GoPro Max, but that came out like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm hoping that they do another one, and I'll probably get that. And then maybe, we'll go from there. But I hope you guys enjoy that. There will be more content to come. Next video will be on Monday. Let's go.